Welcome back to the channel and to City Skylines 2. Hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Caesar. Welcome back to White Pine County. Holy crap, already struggling with English, and we're barely getting started for the night. It's gonna be a long night. Anyways, today we're gonna finish expanding our was supposed to be a rural town, but kind of ended up being kind of weird with this thing, and I don't know if I'm too happy with how this turned out. I like the cemetery here, but I don't know about the rest of like the entire town being here. So I think we're going to do some renovations to that today. And we're also going to do some more expansions to this area to ensure we have plenty of connection here. But other than that, there's no reason to not get started. Oh, this is really cool. Got some construction going on over here or something. I've never seen this before, so that's actually pretty sweet. Oh, it's almost like if they're building roads here. That's unique. Okay. Anyways, before I get distracted, let's head back over here. I hope you don't mind hitting the subscribe button, hitting the like button. Leave a comment down below. Helps the channel a ton. That's all I'm going to bother you about that today. Let's see. So, I think we're going to rip this entire thing out. And it's because it doesn't really fit this area at all. Like, it just feels very, very awkward to me. And I don't like it at all, so just gonna run my bulldozer through here. And if you do like this area, then I'm sorry, but I'm just not happy with it. You know, it's one of those things. I'm gonna turn off anarchy here so it doesn't cause any problems, because sometimes that causes a bunch of issues. And yep, get rid of this. Get rid of our high school here. So I can't bulldoze those homes. I'll get rid of the road. And that'll get rid of everybody there. Why is this not deleting here? Because we need anarchy because something weird is going on. There we go. Super simple, just like that. Again, we're going to keep our cemetery there. I like it there. But I don't like the rest of the town, how we made that here. So we're going to get rid of that. That'll be fine. We're also making $47,000 a month, like per hour, which is insane. So money's not going to be a problem anymore, at least for a while. I think that's really cool to see. I think I got all the roads. And we're missing some pathing here. We got all these trees in the middle. Let's go down the row like that. Delete a bunch of those. They feel very awkward here. There we go. Something like that. Get rid of this path. Drag my bulldozer all the way through. Click and drag. Highlight everything at once. You can delete a bunch of stuff. You didn't know that? It's a pretty cool feature that they have this time around. And we should be good here. Unless that's better bulldozer doing that, the mod, then ignore me, but I don't think it is. Yeah, all of this should be marked for deletion now. That should be fine. Now, I want to get a road connected back in here, obviously, for the cemetery. We'll keep this road here that we had as like the central connection piece. But other than that, we're not going to have much. So how do can I turn off that zoning weird thing that's going on here? And then just connect that here. There we go. There we go. So we'll keep that connection there. And I think that's fine. And can we speed up and get rid of all these houses? Is this how this is going to work? No? Can I highlight? I'm actually shocked these aren't gone yet. Ah, okay, they're starting to destruct themselves. I think. Are these building themselves? Oh, they are. All right, we'll have to do this manually. I don't know why it's not destroying this stuff. Usually this stuff should just be gone. I'm kind of shocked that it's not. I'm also recording this like a couple days before you see the last video, technically. Well, did I just say that? No, that was weird. I'm recording this the same night that I'm recording the original video of this this like new part of the town. So you'll see it the day after, but don't get too attached. And if I ignore your comments in that video about this build, it's probably going to be addressed in the next video because, well, we're destroying this entire part of the build that we built last time. So let's get rid of that and as many of these trees as possible, please. There we go. I don't like these trees at all. Well, sorry. I like the trees. I don't like the neighborhood. There we go. And now we got to get rid of these houses around these blocks because they don't really make sense here either. Let's go ahead and get rid of those. Get rid of these. Can I just do this a little bit easier? Click and drag. There we go. And just bulldoze everything. And everything will stop building out here, which is kind of the plan. So there we go. A little bit like that. Super simple stuff. Okay. Now, what I actually want to do with this place is use this kind of as a centerpiece, but it's going to just lead to a bunch of different connections into this area. And you'll see what I mean. So this is going to be pulled out to, let's get rid of anarchy. And we're going to pull this to about there. And then we're going to run roads all the way around the farmland here. Well, for the most part, this is going to be like a cul-de-sac over here. This is kind of more of what I want. I feel like it's kind of unique. And if it's not unique, I guess it's different. that might be a better term for that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and squeeze this road through here, and then we'll make a connection here. I'm actually going to keep this because I think it looks really cool. But we're going to fix the terrain around it a little bit just to make it seem a little bit more normal. So we're going to grab our soften tool and just soften this area up a little bit. That'll make this wall here look a little bit more natural. But a little less forced anyway. But there we go. And I like that. I think it looks pretty sick. We're going to leave it in there. Anyways, back to what I was actually doing. Now we're going to zone this road here. This is where our housing is going to be for this area. We'll just grab our regular zone tool. Probably not all the way through here. We're going to skip. Ooh, okay. Didn't realize that was going to happen. Okay, we're going to do this manually so it doesn't zone 3 billion houses that I don't want. I don't want this to be super high density here. It's going to be super light dense. So, something like that. Nope. Of course, it's going to give me 2 houses. Can I just get a 1 4x4? No. Okay. I'll give you a 3x3. That'll give me 1 house. There we go. We'll do the same thing here. Do a 2x4. Something like that. Just all the way through. See, that's what I hate. It keeps building like the second house, and I don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and demolish that. We'll skip a little bit of space. Something like that. That should be fine. If I could get 1 giant 6x6 house, I'd be so happy. I don't know if it's a thing. Maybe a 6x5? Is that a thing? No. What is that going to give me? 2 houses. You would assume there's at least a couple different models that fit the different sizes, unless I'm completely wrong. I'm stuck with forcing certain size houses here, and I don't like that. All right, we'll go something like that then. It's being a little bit obnoxious. There we go. Okay, I don't want any houses here. I'm going to go ahead and de-zone this area and demolish these houses, and there we go. It'll fit a little bit better. And this is going to be a heavily forested area, so we're going to go grab our brushes, and we're going to go into pine, I guess, and just do a massive brush and just kind of fill in this entire area with heavy forestry. This is going to be super dense. That's kind of the goal for it. Yep. Some pine trees in here, or some spruce trees in here now. Make sure we keep that variety. Birch trees always look fantastic. I like how they lighten up the forest a little bit. Those are the different shade. And yes, I'm going with the saplings because I want to see them grow over time, and I think it looks really cool. I'm squeezing some oaks in here too. There we go. Something a bit like that. As this grows, this will fill in very nicely. And it kind of fits in with the farm area. Not with the farm area, with the campsite here. And I think that's pretty sick. That's why I did that. There we go. Now, forestry area is going to continue, and we're going to expand this area using some roads. So we're going to go with like a simple curve. Nothing too complicated, and we'll just pull it in probably like this. That'll be fine. And then this road will continue off kind of in that direction. And then we'll use this road as a connector to here. There we go. Did we get a bridge here? Oh, this is a mountain. Okay, where am I? Yeah, I just realized there was a mountain here. I didn't see that. See that's why these what are they called? The topography lines, the contour lines are so important when you're building, because it avoids things like this, and it avoids kind of just super bad looking things. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that back, and then we're gonna wrap this road one more back. Should be good here. And then we're gonna wrap this road up this way, maybe. Yeah, I think up this way kind of makes sense. So we'll go ahead and wrap this way. There we go, keeping that as smooth as possible. And then we'll wrap this road in. And you're probably wondering what this is for, but you see super dense forest up here. So we're going to use this as a bit more specialized industry. We're going to use our forestry industry. And we're going to zone this area to have a bit more forestry industry here. I think this is a good place for it. So one there, we'll go with one over here. That'll encompass this area. Not super massive forest, but it at least kind of keeps it similar on either side, and I kind of like that. Again, we're going to just fill this all the way through, making sure this is super connected. I wasn't even going to record today. I'm feeling kind of sick today, but I figured I kind of have to record. I don't want to miss a day, right? Because I've been uploading every day since like June 19th, I think it was. I think it's the 19th or something. I'd have to check an exact date, but I'm really happy with myself for not missing a single day since I've been back. That's one thing that I've struggled with in the past when I've tried to do YouTube before, is I would start recording videos and I would upload for like a week, and then I would just disappear again. And every time I would catch any bit of momentum, I would destroy it by disappearing, and I'd come back and I'd be like, oh no, momentum's gone, but it's, you know, my own fault for disappearing like that. So trying to be a bit more accountable and actually try to grow a community, because I really enjoy making content, and it's one of those things where I think I can do it. I think I don't know, I've just always wanted to do it. Start a YouTube channel. It's, you know, not even for the quote unquote fame and glory, if, you know, if the channel ever pops off or something like that. It's just more of kind of building a tight-knit community, and I think that's really cool. That's what I've always found really cool about content creators and things like that. So decided to give it another shot, and, you know, this time I don't plan on giving up anytime soon. So gonna be uploading every single day unless there's something crazy in the world that happens, or something in real life that happens. But if, you know, there's any planned events, I'll probably try to pre-record at least a bit, just stay ahead of it, because there's no reason to really miss days, you know. And I think as long as I keep motivating myself the way I have been, I think we'll be in a good spot to keep growing and things like that, because we've been growing pretty crazy. I think on average we're gaining like 40-50 subscribers a day right now. And that's as of time of recording. Obviously things could slow down by then, but it's actually pretty crazy to me, and it's the fastest I've ever grown any amount of subscribers on here before. So that's it's just a great feeling to have. Something like this maybe, and then we'll just connect this to there to make it a little bit more connected. And can we fix this connection here? I don't like how that's not even. I know it doesn't matter, but it's gonna bother me. And we'll get rid of this node, and we'll keep that node there, and that's fine. There we go. Now we got some forestry industry here. We're speeding up the game too, so obviously I want to see it affect our economy faster. There we go. Now we have 43 ton surplus of logs, which is fantastic. I mean, that's a bunch of that's being exported. That just means more income for our city, and that's just super awesome. We have a trash truck over here. Actually got here way faster than I thought it would, so that's actually really cool. There we go. This area is going to really fill itself in though, so I'm really happy with it. And I'm going to go ahead and grab our brush, and I'm going to just paint a bunch of trees in just to fill in the rest of the area as like a super thick forest, you know? I think that's going to look super cool. There we go. Get some pine, or that was pine. Get some spruce in here. Get some birch. Get some birch in there. And then we'll grab some hickory. Line that all up through here. Make sure we paint the actual forestry zone. I don't think you can add more trees to these zones once they're placed. Like, it's not going to affect it in any way. But I think it's still cool to just up the density. But just imagine when all of this grows up and gets in, to adult-sized trees. Just how cool it's going to look, Super dense forest here, and I think it's going to look super fantastic. And it kind of also makes up for space that I don't have to fill in on my own. And you could just leave it blank like this with just a forest industry, and I think that's really cool. Anyways, back to what I was doing. I'm gonna go start grabbing some roads again. We're gonna fix this here real quick because it's gonna bother me. This like awkward shaped connection. I want to get that connection as straight as I can. So I'm gonna grab it like this, probably like that, and then just make that connection. Flows a lot smoother without having a weird dent into it. I think that's a lot nicer. There we go. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna connect this road to here. There we go. And we're gonna delete this peak there. And that's fine to me. And then we're going to go ahead and cul-de-sac a couple of different pieces here. There we go. Gonna cul-de-sac that. And then we'll cul-de-sac that probably. I think that'll be fine for this area. I'm really enjoying this like super spread out stuff. I think it looks really cool. It's definitely different from anything I've done in the past. And I'm glad to be trying something a little bit new. So that's super exciting. Usually when I used to play these type of games, like in City Skylines 1, everything was just super high density the entire time for no reason. And I never actually slowed down to try to make something a little different. So I'm excited that I am slowing down a little bit just to get a bit of a different feel than I usually do, I feel like trying something new is always a good thing. I think this is a good opportunity for me to try to refine those skills, and once we start a new city down the road, I'll be even better to do something even a bit more creative maybe and see how that goes. One of those things. But I've been recently just stacking up a bunch of ideas that I want to try as we go, so it's kind of cool. I'm excited for it. We're not going to go too crazy with homes this way. Just a few more, maybe. This is starting to get too hilly, so I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to come back this way and just finish zoning in this area here. I don't want any homes like that. We'll do... There's actually a very tight hill there, so I'm not going to touch that because it starts messing with the terrain super bad. It does there too, but we can flatten this side out super easy. That's what we'll do. So we'll grab our terraform tools, and I'm going to shrink this a little bit so it's not too intense. I'm going to pull this out. There we go. And then we'll grab our soften terrain tool, connect that up nicely just like that, and I think that'll be fine. Now, I want to get a little bit of a commercial area here on this island, so people don't have to drive super far, which we already have a little bit of commercial here, but I think having something closer to like the highways and maybe in here kind of makes sense for a commercial. This could be like the downtown of the small town, And I feel like this would be fine. So I'm going to go ahead and zone a little bit of commercial lots in here, and I think that'll be fine for this area. We could even do like a small apartment building, something like this. Nothing crazy, right? Just a couple of small apartment buildings. I think will be fantastic. And we'll do 4 of the row homes, and I think that'll be great. And then across the street, just a little bit more commercial. More commercial there. That'll be fine. Now that commercial will be able to service this entire area, so everyone who lives here can go to this area here for commercial needs and things like that, and I think that'll be fine. There we go. Plus, it'll give more use to this parking lot. Because right now that parking lot's not really used for anything, so at least providing a little bit more density in this area I think will be beneficial to this. And I think it's a move in the right direction. Now, we obviously need schools because, all of these students here are going to have to travel to the big city for education. I don't think that's fair. So we need a little bit of an education campus. And I'm guessing... kind of don't want to abuse this might be like the one suburb we have here on this island with like a commercial zone and things like that, because of how nice this area looks. I think it'd be super sweet to line up a bunch of houses here. Maybe, or maybe we'll just leave it blank as like a national park or something, or like a state park or something. Yeah, that's a possibility too. I don't know. We'll see about it a little bit. Not really in a rush to make any crazy decisions today, so not going to. Okay, I think that's looking really good so far. Kind of like the changes we made. I like this. I like how that's going. But I want to finish up this area here so it kind of makes more sense, and I want to leave it unfinished like we did last time. So we're going to go ahead and something like this. It says, okay, it says it's overlapping because I moved the parking lots manually, so it's like breaking the knowledge of the game. But it's nothing horrible actually going on over there. Just a little bit of funkiness. But I think it's completely fine. There we go, something like that. And maybe one more strand here coming out this way. I think that'll be fine there. And now we can start zoning up this area. Well, we got to get these, not the very large, small roundabout with a tree. I love this detailer patch. I love how easy they made it to detail things and the custom surfaces and things like that they give us access to. That's super cool to me. Definitely long overdue. We got to fix some of these trees. I keep forgetting to turn off anarchy while I put paths down, and then we end up with trees in the middle of roads. Should be good. Is that it? Are we good? Maybe that a little bit. Get rid of that tree because it's not the right tree. And just a little bit here. But it's nothing too major. I just got to remember to, that I'm going to do that. That's fine. We can rebuild it here in a second. There we go. All right. Now we can go back in here, turn off anarchy, grab our road tool, and then drag this back in here. And that'll be good to go there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And now same thing we've been doing the entire time. Just very small zonings, nothing crazy, nothing major. Don't go insane with it. Just a little bit of, just a few homes in each, you know, block, I guess, right? In every neighborhood. Just super small, nothing major. I think it looks fantastic. Like if you're looking for privacy and more spacious homes and a big yard, this is probably the area to live over here, you know? Probably one of those places to go. I don't want any houses here on that main road. There we go. Oh, did we just zone the wrong thing? Did I do that everywhere? It's a possibility I just did that everywhere. I did. Son of a gun. All right, hold on. I'm gonna rezone that first. And then I'll go through and destroy everything. That'll be fine. There we go. There we go. Get that in there. Get that in there. Get that in there. And then... that was completely my fault, and I'm glad it's fixed now. All right, we got another 3x4 over here. Probably something like that. Just a nice 2x3 there. And, oh... you're forgetting, if you go 4 over, you get 2 houses on accident. There we go. And there we go. Just like that. And I know you can tell already there's kind of messed up terrain over here, so we're going to fix that like usual by leveling it out and then smoothing it out, and it'll just look really normal. I think that'll be fantastic. Again, 3x4 there at the end. I think that'd be really great. Something a little bit small there. That'd be good. Just to kind of fill in the space. It'll be fine. 2x3 there. And now we can go grab our tools here, our terraforming tools. Grab our level terrain tool. And then we're going to go ahead and just level this area out. There we are. Why isn't it doing it? There it goes. Right, and that's leveled out. Level that out to this. There we go. Okay. Now that we have that kind of pushed out a little bit, what we can do is grab our soften terrain tool, kind of soften the area up around those big lumps that we just made, and it makes it so these houses aren't built on like mini hills. It makes it feel a little bit nicer. This one could be fixed a little bit more. Pull the terrain out a little bit more this way, like that, and then just smooth it out way over here. That flattens out this area a bit more and it feels a bit more natural, and that's really nice. There we go. And again, we're gonna grab our vegetation tools. Gonna go and grab our spruce trees, just gonna start spamming those in here. Get this area very dense with trees. Get our pine trees. Get some hickory. And then get some birch. And then when that grows, it'll fill the area very nicely. And it'll feel natural, and I think that's fine. There we go. There we have it. We're still at $3 million now, just doing this kind of small detail type of stuff for this episode, which is kind of good because we're going to need money, especially when it comes to like bigger projects and things like that. We need the money to do those bigger projects, but I'm really liking how this is turning out. If I'm being honest, I really enjoy this. I'm hoping you guys are too, because I really like this. And if you're not, then I'm sorry, but we're keeping it. And I'm going to squeeze one more road in here just to provide a little bit more connection to this area. Make it easier on the hearses that have to get through here. Almost said Hershey's. Just make that a 4-way, that's fine. I'll just make it a little bit easier for these vehicles to get around and things like that without having to drive all the way around. You just cut through here, make it into the area, and that'll be fine. Yeah, already people are using it, which is really cool. That's really neat. Yeah, people are complaining about small spaces, but can't really do much about that. I mean, we could build a bunch of bigger apartments and things like that, but it's just don't feel like it right now. If I'm being completely honest. And I think it's good that I'm being honest about that, because I really don't want to build that out. But what I do like is the view of the city from this area here. I think it looks really cool. Actually looks pretty neat. There we go. One place I do want to add some trees, though. Let's shrink this down a little bit. Let's go 300. There we go. Just back here in these backyards. Gonna fill that out a little bit better. There we go. Just as a natural barrier between the farms and the houses. I think that'll feel a lot nicer when it grows out completely. There we go. That's completely fine. Now, I want to build a little bit of an education campus because we have citizens here and schools are very far for them, even if we have to eat the cost up. But I'd rather have a place for them to go to school than not have a place to go to school. And I'm debating whether just squeezing it into this downtown area, quote unquote, or maybe giving it its own block. So I'm more tempted to give it its own block, which I think it's what we're gonna do. So here's what we'll do for the elementary school, right? I'm gonna go ahead and just run a road through here, like we do with everything else. Run a road and just kind of let it run where it's gonna run. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get a road here. Gonna follow the farm up as close as it can without causing too many issues. Maybe like that. Maybe that'll work a little bit nicer. No. Can we prevent that snapping? There we go. All right. This is going to be for elementary school over here. And I'm thinking just something pretty basic, honestly. There's no need to overcomplicate it. I think I might go something like this. Then just put the school on this road here. I think that'll be fine. We also need to finish our telecom over here because right now we have no telecom connection. So I think just it needs a road. So just for now. For now, that'll be fine. Oh, we also need mailboxes up here. Just realized that. Can we? Oh, this road isn't even connected to the frickin'. There we go. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, I completely forgot to zone this entire area, huh? Ooh, let's fix that. You guys are probably yelling at me about this immediately. There we go. Something like that. Get that zoned in. Super simple. Oh. We did it again. I don't want that. Just the 3. That'll be good to go. And that's fine. That's fine there. Okay. Now I can actually go back in here and do what I was doing. Okay. Yeah, that works. All right. So grab our mailboxes and connect this up now. We'll put one here on this main road. We'll give one to Sure at that place. I want everywhere to have mail connection, so I'm okay with putting these mailboxes everywhere. This area doesn't really need it because there's nothing here. Maybe these, I guess, they need mailboxes. Sure, why not? But that'll be fine. And these 4 mail trucks that we have coming out of this place here will be fine to just take care of that. I think that'll be great. Anyways, back to our school. So I want to grab our elementary school. I think I want to grab the small elementary school. I think it kind of fits the area, obviously, more because it's, well, small elementary school. Kind of makes sense. And we're going to place it there. And then obviously there's a bunch of extras we can add. And I think getting a nice gymnasium for this place would be super nice with the school. And can we squeeze in a couple of these extra classrooms? There we go. All right. And with that, we're going to do our fancy, fancy decoration stuff that we always do with everything we ever build because we're not original at all. And we're going to place paths and trees everywhere. But it's going to look cool. So you can't get mad at me, all right? Let's connect that up. Take that all the way to the road. Fantastic. We've got to make sure this is connected to the road here without destroying too much, maybe. That's fine. We'll keep that there. This school has no parking, so we want to include some parking for this place just for anybody that goes here, like the teachers, parents, and things like that can have parking when they get here. Probably a medium parking lot makes sense for this area. Yeah, I'd be okay with the medium parking lot. There we go. Just like that. There's no need for anything else, if I'm being honest, so we'll leave that there. But we should already start seeing some students in here. 41 students. Makes sense. It's a very far trip, so pretty much any student that's in this area will go to the school, and that's kind of what I want with it. That's fine with me. And with everything else, we're going to go ahead and grab our painting. Our vegetation stuff. Squeeze that all in. Paint some of these trees, as many as possible, just to fill in this area. There we go. This will fill in and be a nice, heavily forested area too. I think that's a cool vibe for the school. I also want to go ahead and get a little bit of a park in here because there's no real playground for this elementary school. And I think every elementary school needs a playground. And we'll go ahead and give them a large playground. They deserve a large playground. Can we put this on a path? No. Yeah, we'll put this here by the parking lot, maybe? We have a crosswalk over here. We'll put it by the crosswalk over here, and that's fine. Then what else can we squeeze in this area to kind of bring it all together? Maybe a basketball court would be nice. A skate park. Outdoor gym wouldn't really make sense for an elementary school. Neither would tennis. I think basketball could work. Without feeling too off. Right? Maybe. We'll do a basketball and a tennis court and call it a day. Just to provide the availability here. No, I can't go with this. There we go. We'll keep the basketball court just like that, but I don't think the tennis courts really fit the area. So it's just going to pull that out. Fill the rest in with trees. Make sure we get this nice and dense. Up this percentage here. Get higher density. There we go. Get some oak trees put in here as well. Some spruce and some pine. There we go. This will look really nice as it fills out. I really like this area. We can even build like a small neighborhood around this place. Nothing super dense, but just a little bit. Take it like maybe like that. And we could even put a roundabout there. Not a roundabout, but a cul-de-sac there. And then call that a day. And then we can maybe squeeze in some commercial lots in here. Like some corner stores and things like that. I feel like that would fit the area very well. And here we can get a little bit of density. I think this kind of works. What if we also get rid of some of these American style homes? Get a couple of European lots, right? Because we don't have any European homes in our house, in our build here. And I think providing the little bit of different style of housing kind of in these areas kind of makes sense, and it'll just feel a bit better rather than just the same copy and paste house we've been seeing all over our city the entire time. Which that's one thing I really hope they get right, is when they have updates in the future for assets, they can really get more of a variety, because right now you have the same like 6 different houses, and that's it. There's not much variety at all. So I really hope they can get that figured out and fixed because this is kind of boring. And City Skylines 1 did a real good job because you were able to get download so many assets. But until they get to the point on this game where you can just download an insane amount of different buildings, and I think the game should do a better style, like getting a better I almost said environment, a better variety. I think that'd be really neat. There we go. These European homes are actually pretty nice. I like those. We could probably go through and change a couple of these out, like, just things like that. Just small lots, nothing crazy. Just get a few, right? Just get a few. I think that'll just help it feel a little bit more alive and less monotone. I think that's a good way to put that. Right now it's very monotone, but I think that works. There we go. How about elementary school? I feel like a lot of parents would want to live by the school, so providing a little bit of zoning there, I think kind of works. But I don't want this to turn into anything massive, because I could easily just turn this into a giant city, and I just don't want to. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. We might see some expansion for this in the future, but for now, I think it's fine. Like, this could really vamp up to be like a small town, But I think for now it's good. Now we obviously need our high school, and I think our high school deserves a little bit of a nice place. So where can we put that? A lot of places over here that I'm looking at. Honestly, I might just put it here on this road. So high schools in small communities and small towns have a lot of pride in their football teams, their local football teams. So I think we do something for that. We have a small high school here that we can use, and we have a road connection on that side. So what if we do something? Now, do we want the road facing this way, or do we want the school facing this way? I think we want the road in the front. So the front of the school faces that. I think that works. So something like that. That'll be fine. And then we can get our school in here, no problem at all. We'll get the small high school maybe there. That's fine. And then we can center, what's this? An extension wing for classrooms. Can we zone this onto here? No, it's going to connect to this. Okay, that's fine. We'll do a wing on either side. I think that's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And then I want our football field on the back side, but can I get this to stop snapping? So I can really line this up in the middle. Well, what if we rotate this, right? Okay, what if we get like another road back here, right? What if we get a little bit of road snippet, nothing too crazy, a little bit of road. Run this road around our school, just like that. And then we can get our football field over to there on this side. But is there a way? Okay, we'll stop the road snapping. And we'll rotate it this way so the bleachers face the school. Let's tiny movements are kind of making me go angry here. There we go. One. This would be as centered as possible. So we're going to put that down here before I lose it. And I think that works very, very well. Now this area, like I said, I don't mind having some density over here at all. So I'd be okay with building this area out, which we're not going to do today. But we can start laying down the framework for a more expanded area over here. And I think that'd be really great. So I think we're just going to take this road this way. And kind of just run it Can we fix this a little bit? There we go. And connect that road straight up to there. That'll be fine. This could be our connector road for the area. That'll be fine in the future. We'll probably make changes to it, but I think it's fine for now. And we're gonna do the same thing we do with everything else. Grab a little bit of path, just run it around. Can we prevent any weird road issues though? How's that looking? I hate how it expands that, like, the concrete on there, like the pavement. Can we avoid that by, like, maybe pulling this out a little bit? Like if I build it here, will this be fine? No, that still does it. I think we'll have to go one more. There we go. Okay, this path is super far out, but it keeps that weird thing from happening. There we go. And we'll just connect that up right there. I think that looks really great. Then we got a little bit of parking like we do with every other school, every other place we build. Got a little bit of parking. Can we snap this in here? Ooh. I like that a lot. Kind of glad I left space for that. Well, that's not why I left the space, but it kind of worked itself out. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab our vegetation. We're going to do something a little bit different than we did in another school. We're actually going to line this place up with the trees, because I feel like this school would have a little bit more budgeting than, you know, say in elementary school. Oh, helps if I can figure that out. There we go. And we're going to just use our line tool all the way through. Set up a nice, super nice fence of bushes going all the way around. I think it looks really neat. I talk about it a lot in almost every video I make. I just love all these lines of bushes everywhere. It just feels nice. You know what I mean? Like, there's no actual rhyme or reason for it. I think it just looks really nice. That football field kind of scared me. I heard noises and I was like, what the heck is that? Yeah, we can do that. And then we can connect this bush here, drag it all the way through. Almost there, maybe. There we go. Just feels like it's maintained, you know? It's kind of the vibe I want to go with a lot of the things that I build. That, like, it wasn't just slapped down without any thought, and I want to have some thought behind everything I build. So how do we go back to our American trees? Let's get our linden here. Apparently they don't have lindens in the UK. How dare they? If I were to move to the UK, I would take a little linden with me. Whatever that means. I don't know what that means. But that's exactly what I would do. And drag this all the way over. I think that's fantastic. There we go. And because schools always have mowed lawns, I'm gonna go to our surface tool, grab this grass surface tool, and we're gonna mow this, but we're gonna set up a bit more of a taken care of lawn, and I think it'll look nice. So we'll start with here, and then we'll wrap around this way. We'll go with anarchy just to make this feel a little better. And there we go. Keep that centered all the way to the edge of this path. And did I go on that side of the path? I did over here, so we'll go do the same thing over here. There we go. Connect that up. And now that comes together, and it feels a little bit more maintained. I really like that look. There we go. I think this looks fantastic. And then when we have a little bit of town built out around it, you know, I think this is going to fill in very nicely. Might cause some traffic issues in the future, but this isn't going to be like a high density area, you know? It's going to be a very low density kind of area. And I think it'll be fine. Can we bring this up slightly more? No, maybe. We'll build this road here, and then we'll go up, and then we'll connect to there. And can we do the same thing on this side? How much of a gap are we leaving? We're leaving like that much of a gap, looks like. There we go. Bring that in all the way. Keep that straight, and then connect that to there. Oh, that's okay with me. And then looks like we went out and up. Connected it there, and I think that looks phenomenal. But this is like kind of our base for our new school. And I think it's all going to look really nice by the time it's done. Can we extend this surface level here? Like, can I grab this and pull this over here. There we go. Extending that to include this entire area feels a little bit nicer. Feels like the school has a bigger footprint. I think that's really neat. There we go. Super maintained lawn right here for the school. I think it looks great. There's no need to pull it this way because this parking lot fills in any grass. Maybe right there could be used covering, so maybe something like this. I gotta go to that school. That's really loud. There we go. Oh, let's fix that. There we go. Okay, that actually looks a lot nicer with that outline of it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that on all the sides here. Was there an extra piece on the other side that I need to do? Or are we good over here? We're good over here. That's fine. There we go. Looks really great. Enjoying how this campus looks. Not that many students, but you'll see as we start to kind of fill this area in, start seeing a little bit more student count. The student count will increase pretty significantly. And I think it's just a very good start to a new community, you know? A new community that's kind of trying to keep away from the big city style. Because over here, you're living in the city, right? This is where this is where everybody and their mom lives. We'll probably have a few thousand people on this entire island, and that's it. And I think that's just a phenomenal way to do it. Is it a waste of land? Maybe. But I think it kind of works, so I'm not too upset about it. There we go. And I think one of the last things we'll do is we're just going to kind of fill in this area here with missing parks. So I think a high school kind of needs a couple of basketball courts, you know what I mean? But where we want to do that, that's kind of up to us. Also a soccer field and a community pool. Oh, we can probably do more of this stuff, huh? This is already a football field. Has soccer pitches. And track and field. So this is like a multi-sport arena. So that's fine. Those three sports are covered, right? But since we have the other parks, like our soccer field, why don't we use this asset? Kind of like this. Though it'd be nice to snap it onto a different road. There we go. And then we can grab our soccer field, snap it to this road. Makes a little bit more sense on this side. No, it's fine like this. I like that. Go ahead and put that there, and just like that, connect that up. Just like that, we're expanding the footprint of the school here, and I think it's just really nice that way. And we're going to get a number of basketball courts and a number of the tennis courts too. I think it'll look really nice when it's all done. So we're not going to do anything crazy, right? 3 of those. What's overlapping with this? Oh, I see what it is. It's because of that path we have underneath the custom surface. It's kind of like causing a weird interaction with it, but I think it's fine. There we go. I wish the basketball courts were a little bit bigger. I feel like these tennis courts are too massive. Oh, there's 2 on each. I just realized that. Never mind, ignore me. It's not bad at all. I'm okay with this. And then right here in the middle, I want to include a little bit of a plaza. What kind of plaza? Oh, should we put a landmark in here? National Gallery of Art. Yep, that's exactly what we're going to put in there. It fits, right? Not really. How's the big is this community pool? Ooh. We get this to snap to the road. Okay, we'll put that there. Then we'll use move it to kind of put it where we want it. There we go. I guess it's turned from like building this like more rural area to developing the best school we have in the state so far. The best high school we have in the state so far. With like an unlimited budget is what it seems like. But it's all right. I really like how it's looking, so I can't complain about any of this. Because It's looking super nice, you know, so you can't really complain about it. Or somebody would, but that's all right. Let's turn off anarchy here so we can squeeze in as many as we can here without destroying a bunch of the buildings. That'll be fine. Then we'll grab our wild green bush number 2s, line this all up as best we can, and then we'll run through with it one more time with the flower bush that we put on the other side. And I think it'll really come together very well because it'll be more uniformed with how it all looks. And then once we get these flower bushes in, what we're going to do is get a surface tool and run the same style of surface that we did on the main high school grounds for this entire area. And I think it'll just fill in super nicely, make the area feel a little bit cleaner. And I think that'll be really good. Can we use this? We'll use it to there and that'll be fine. All right. There we go. You can see how like the same designs kind of flow over. So it kind of works out. Now we're going to grab our surface tool and we're going to go our grass surface number 2 because that's the one that really works well. And we're going to just connect this up as best we can. There we go. Which with anarchy, you can just kind of do whatever you want to, which makes life a little bit easier. And just like that, grass covered area. And it kind of makes the school grounds stand a little bit more. And I really like how this is turning out. I really like this. Now, how would this look with like a few homes around it, right? So a couple European lots in here. Oh, I didn't even do EU density. I put the same American lot in here. There we go. I think we'll keep this front side open so the school has a little bit of access here to the water. I think it looks really cool. And especially seeing these boats come through here, I think that looks really unique. It's a really cool area. I'm not going to zone more than this. I think it's a cool start though. But you can kind of tell how this area is going to evolve and expand off to the sides and just kind of fill in this area very nicely. Highway connections already here. Probably add another one over here just to keep that traffic flowing very nicely. Get some transportation lines. Probably another bus depot over here. Transportation lines flowing through here. That'll end up looking really nicely. And I was also thinking over here might work for an airport down the road. It's very open and there's already room for highway connections here. So there's no reason an airport wouldn't work here. So I think having something like that would be really cool. Having a bus station in each district, having a bus run from station to the airport and back to each station, I think would work phenomenally just to keep, to move people around and things like that. And I think it would look really cool. But I think so far we did some really cool stuff today and I'm excited. Although it doesn't look like we did an insane amount, if you think about how much we did, how much time that took us to do, I think we're moving in a good direction. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow. Well, see you later today for a second video of the day. Please go watch that one too. And yeah, bye-bye.